Check, check. 1 2 1 2.
Yo,
Yeah. Welcome to Wednesday, my man.
indeed. What's good, my brother?
Can't complain yet. You know what I mean? Feeling blessed and highly favored. Other than that, you know what I mean? Another day. Last little
Feel
things
ya.
in order. Uh, it was Big Benito week, boy. Oh, man. Oh, man. Big Benito week. Put his foot
Yes,
in there,
sir. Yes,
man.
sir.
But, let's see. What's this?
Just waiting for the IG feed to come up on my end.
Let's see. Check, check.
It looks good on Facebook.
Gee, it's flowing on my side. No issues yet. Definitely wish I charged it a bit earlier, but 43% gonna have to do. Let's see what else we got here. Check this side.
Yeah, I don't see nothing coming up on IG. Let me go over to YouTube.
Yeah, I got YouTube up and running. That's moving. IG is moving on my side. Uh, SK in the chat is good here on the check-in. I think it might be all right.
All right, cool, real cool. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. So something on IG. But anyway, we'll get shit rolling, man. Yo, shout out to anybody joining Facebook, YouTube, X, Twitch, IG, man. We appreciate everybody. Give it another
Yes.
minute or so. Let people keep joining.
How you doing, man? How's you all right though? You big luggage, little luggage? What we doing?
Little luggage for sure,
Little
man.
luggage.
I gotta get back home, man.
He said, I missed my bed already. Yeah.
You have no idea. You have no idea. But yo, shout out to Ramel, man. I took Amtrak out here. It was a smooth
Uh-huh.
ride. I ain't gonna
Oh
hold you.
yeah.
Smooth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you know who's the I'm about to come out crazy. I was about to say the train queen, but you know who's the master of these train systems as far as the East Coast run go. You know what I'm saying? I mean, big sis for you, mom for me. She let you know about you know what I mean? I can't. I'm trying to say it, but I don't want to say the word train or tracks at all in this conversation. But you see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with it?
I
She's a.
got
I can't even say she's a router. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mom Dukes, man. Love you, man. Love you.
He's like, you
Oh
know what I'm getting at, dog.
man. She definitely know what I mean. We need to go for that stuff.
No
But
doubt, no doubt.
but yeah, she said it's very serene, like it's a bit of a calm down pace as far as being able to see you travel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
She likes it a lot though.
yeah, it is a fact. Like it's the first time, actually to the point that you just made, being there and being able to see outside, see the building, see everything in real time as I'm going through there. So yeah, man, it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
All right, all right. I don't know why IG ain't letting me join, so I'm gonna just watch it from YouTube.
you can't. You're not in here? Oh, no, I don't see you on IG. Yeah.
Nah, it's not popping up on my end. Let me try. I
Silly
try to
question. Are you logged in as the FCP?
nah. I'm
Ah,
asking you, Ali. Hey,
damn. All
it's
right.
it's worth it, man.
Hey,
Sometimes
it's
I do be on.
worth the shot. Had to shoot one real fast just to make sure. Outside of that, I don't know.
No doubt. All right, so I know you'll engage with the chat, man. Just let me know if anything come through on that side. Let's get it started, man. Listen, every Wednesday we are here, FCP. I am Senor Lee, and this is my man Ken Kapnick.
Outside.
All
Weather
right,
40
man.
degrees. Feeling like summertime out here already.
Hey, man, I heard some people had shorts on, but let's not get
Hey,
crazy, y'all.
shorts and North Faces. You know the vibes.
Hey, with the Tims, I feel you.
You already know. You already know.
But yeah, man, every Wednesday we are here after 8 ish. Just as black men, fathers, professionals in this world, touching on current topics, our fields that we work in, and man, just having some fun up here every Wednesday. We always appreciate those who check in. Shout out to everybody joining from IG, X, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. We appreciate you, man, locking in with us. And as we love to start this show every Wednesday, how are you doing, my brother?
Feeling lucky, man. To be honest with you, feeling lucky. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Middle of February, still got a job. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, though, kids doing good, fam doing good, everybody doing all right. I have no complaints this week. I think I had to block no numbers this week. I usually have to block a number too. You get the spams. Haven't blocked anybody yet this week. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a pretty calm week for me, my good man. How about you? How has your week been so far up until Hump Day?
Week's been cool, man. Week's been cool. I actually have had a very calm week. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into that a little bit more in a few, but glad the weather's going in a better direction because these ice mountains that are taking up parking spots are annoying as fuck.
Man, listen.
Um, and then just finding my footing. It's still with a lot of things that are going on in corporate. But personally, man, thank God everything is good. Health is good. Family's good. They're smiling. They're happy. So that's the best I can ask for, brother.
That's what we want, really. On a low, we don't tell nobody, but that's what we really want.
That's right.
For real, for real.
That's a fact. But yeah, man, this week, especially on the professional front, I always try to bring a sense of calm into a chaotic atmosphere, and that's really what it's been. And I think anybody who's working in the healthcare field can kind of relate to whether it's changes within your organization, leadership changes, reorganizations, things of that nature, and of course the nursing strike, which we'll get into later. Um, but finding the calm this week, and a lot of times you'll think like you're addressing situations better. You'll think you're doing things the right way. But in this particular case, I had, validation from, I think, one of my biggest accountability partners, my wife. And she got to see me real time in these situations, handle them a lot better. So, yeah, definitely very proud of that, man, for sure.
What's up, man? Kudos to you, man. Don't forget to pat yourself on the back every once in a while, man. It's all right to dust that other shoulder off. Remind yourself when you look when you look in the mirror, you're the man already. You ain't got to worry about who's looking back at you. You know what I'm saying? Because you already know he there.
That's
That's
right,
what's up, man. It's not easy. It's not easy. Everybody can't do it. Happy you do, though. Make it easy for me. That's what's up, man. Calm week, though. That's good news. Good news, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anything before we get into awareness and acknowledgement?
No, let's get into it.
All right, man. Definitely want to start things off with a heartfelt condolences to the family of James Vanderbeek. He passed away after a courageous battle with colorectal cancer at the age of 48. He's infamously known for his roles on Dawson's Creek. I mean, I never watched the show, but that song definitely dominated. I knew that song. I still sing that song in the shower every now and then. He had big roles on Varsity Blues and Rules of Attraction, leaving behind, a wife and 6 kids, man. I mean, wow, like just heartfelt condolences to them.
Like they say he announced it maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years, as far as addressing the public as far as his health status. But even so, I kind of was still unaware about it. I wasn't too keen or didn't hear about it, on my local channel, so to speak. But he was kind of having a silent out loud fight with it. But yeah, man, this one sucks, man. His Varsity Blues role alone, like what I'm saying, at that speech, the 24th, man, it's powerful. You know what I'm saying? I was going through a lot. What I mean? Varsity Blues in high school felt like, what I'm saying? But lost a good one, Mr. Vanderbeek. Rest in peace, of course. Prayers to the family. You already know. But sad as always, man. Sad as always.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Listen, Kenny and I always try to talk about us as black men and caring about our health. Fellas, we can't stress enough, man. Make sure you're going to the doctor routinely. Make sure you are getting yourselves checked. And listen, for those who are currently in the fight with cancer, man, strength to you, strength to your families, man. And I hope God is with you through the journey because I can only imagine. So shifting over to a
Pleasant news.
lot of birthdays.
Yeah, it's never, when the year turn over, you know what I'm saying? Everybody be happy the ball dropped, and everybody else be like, wait a minute, you're about to get older, aren't you? You know what I'm saying? People don't want to have that conversation. But be coming around quick in February, man. Quick shout out. Hey, man. Every year, man. Valentine's, then my wife's 48 hours later, man. Like clockwork. I've been hoping this year. I'm like, when's that extra day in February? Where is
Yeah,
I've been hoping it's like the 14th and a half or something, but and
yeah.
shouts to my baby man, her Jackie Rob. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, shouts to the wife, man. Another year in the bucket.
Yeah, man. Shout out, man. We getting wiser. We getting wiser. Sometimes the knees and the joints don't want to cooperate, but as long as we keep up here organized, man, we're gonna
Stay
be all
sharp.
right.
Stay sharp.
That's a fact. That's a fact. God bless, man. Also every year, Valentine's Day, what I'm saying, my sister-in-law, her birthday is on Valentine's Day, man. Shout out to
Oh,
Griselli's. This past weekend, she had a dope Bridgerton theme little shindig at her crib. Everybody dressed in the
suited and
whistle
booted.
down joint. Yeah, they were. They definitely were.
Wait, you ain't go? You ain't go?
Nah, brother, nah.
I thought you had a cane in the closet. I could have sworn I seen a cane back there. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was the perfect time to pull it out.
Yeah, nah, negative, man. I stood behind, had a whole other situation.
Shots of
yeah,
good.
yeah. Shout out to her, man. The whole whistle down theme. My wife used like the whistle down letters to write like a happy birthday speech for her. It was pretty dope. So
Right.
it was cool. It was real cool. And definitely happy birthday, Ezzy, my good friend Dianella's daughter. Her birthday's today. Shout out to all the birthdays, man. Everybody celebrating a birthday, or your best friend, your loved one celebrating a birthday. This is probably one of the best things you can celebrate every year, man. Life, another year, being here to see it is very, very blessed, man.
Right.
And then we got Valentine's Day coming up, brother. Any plans on your end?
I'm gonna take the high road and go. It's under wraps, baby. It's under wraps. AKA, I didn't make the reservation yet. I'm gonna hit him on the 12th. I'm gonna hit him on the 12th. See if they got that my corner table. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yes, it's still there. Yeah, that's what's up. But if we do anything crazy, we'll be back in time. You know what I'm saying? And overnight, and nothing crazy. You got the kids at the crib. Ain't going too far unless it's super duper planned. And it's not this year. It's just sort of, sorry, baby, if you're listening. It's gonna be a little above average, but right around the average mark this year. You know what I'm saying? Next year though, you already know. But what about you? You got any big V-Day plans coming up this weekend?
Yo, me and my wife don't conform to that shit no more, dog.
Oh,
Me and my wife.
y'all Cupid terrorists? That's what you're doing? We don't fuck with the whole bow and arrow. We don't do
that. Yeah, listen, we understand the whole marketing scheme behind Valentine's Day. At this point, we've turned our crib into the ultimate setup. Now, don't get it twisted. We know there are those times where we need to get out the house. But trust me, we will not let corporate America fool us and get our change in any way. But the love is going to be there for sure. We're going to find a way to remind each other as we do every day. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. Financially smart. I respect it. But are you gonna get at least gonna get like a better dinner than the rest of the week dinner, or same dinner standard?
Oh, that's the beauty of that is we get to choose that together. So I usually pick a dessert, and she's more foodie, so she'll pick that. And then after that, man, it's go time.
I mean, that's what's up, man. Where shouts to all the lovers. You know what I'm saying? If you've been following the show for a few years, The 15th is a day too. We won't acknowledge it here. But hey, if you've seen the show, you've seen the show. You know what I'm saying? If you've seen the show, you've seen the show. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Shout out to all the SBs out there. Like Kenny said, if you know, you know.
You know, man. You know. You can't highlight that no more at this time in our life, but you know what I mean? Those are our young days, our young cotton days, you know what I'm saying? But man, shout out to the SBs.
The SBs need love too.
Word. It's
But
February,
hey, man.
It's February. Talk to me, man.
Yeah, man, we still repping Black History Month proud out here, and I thought it'd be cool to bring some Black History Month recognition and then tie it to modern day. And I thought it'd be cool to talk about one of the earliest and most historically recognized Black pianists. His name is Thomas Wiggins. He was deemed Blind Tom because he was blind, enslaved musical prodigy who became one of the best known performing pianists of the 19th century, achieving international fame long before most Black musicians had access to formal concert stages. An extraordinary accomplishment given that he was born into slavery, was blind from birth, and likely autistic. Now, there's been plenty of, first, first when it comes to Blacks and playing the piano. But what was notable about him was him being born blind. And when the plantation owner sold him and his family, him being a part of it was considered as a free extra in the transaction. Now, this is crazy because now we're talking about slavery times, but in slavery times, this wasn't considered crazy. This is exactly how they looked at Black people. And he was bought by an attorney called by the name of James Neal Bethune. Now, he had a fascination with sound, and living on the plantation, he would often imitate animals, environmental sounds, even long like political speeches. His memory and his it was just fascinating. But now, living in this household, he first got introduced to the piano and he became fascinated by the daughter of Bethune, who was actually having piano practice. And at age 4, he actually just started playing, and he played it perfectly, which of course had this white family that was owned him at the time fascinated. Exactly. And then by age 5, he goes and he writes his first piece called The Rainstorm, which is inspired by listening to rain hitting a tin roof. So now, during the 19th century, it says Wiggins became one of the best known American pianists, touring extensively across the United States and internationally. He was marketed as a prodigy and performed up to 12 hours a day at times, just fascinating crowds with his photographic musical memory and improvisational ability. But one of the exploitations about him was the way he was marketed. Now, if you know anything about slavery, they depicted us in some of the worst ways. And instead of marketing him as this phenomenal talent, they almost marketed him as this spectacle to come see. And, of course, being blind, being Black, and in slavery at that time, he profited none from any of his performances, any of his pieces. But his musical legacy lives on, and why he matters is because he was a musical genius who rose to international fame despite overwhelming obstacles like living with his disabilities. His life highlights the exploitation of Black talent in the era of slavery and beyond. And today, music historians consider him one of the most important 19th century American musicians, though his contributions were long minimized due to racism and disability discrimination.
Just for a sidebar contrast, him writing his first song at the age of 5, me getting Lennox at the age of 4 to get his E's the right size. It's fascinating in its own right. You know what I'm saying? But keep going, my brother.
Definitely. Now, how we're tying this to modern day time is we're going to highlight a gentleman by the name of Camden Stewart. And before I talk any more about him, we got a little video we want to play of him.
like, do they be calling him to come do this? Or he'll be like, oh, I got a piano? And just
boy,
be shutting it down. That's what's up.
boy is nasty, man. He's just sick with it. And this is him just getting started. It's about to take a whole other turn in a minute.
Some shit Pusha T come out too, all white suit.
You know it. I've always wanted to play an instrument, man.
You ain't play nothing?
I tried. It didn't work out.
Damn. Oh, the boy blows, pause? Okay. How old is he?
Tell you right now, I believe he is 22. About to be 22 this year.
Crazy.
Gangster.
Kill that. Kill that shit.
Gangster.
Like a talent. Big talent. You can really, when you do stuff like that, you can really just, oh, you got a piano? Just shut shit down. And nobody's going to stop you when you know what you're doing. Like, unless, Mariah Carey's piano or something like that. But shouts to him, man. Shouts to him, man.
Yeah. Yeah, on demand too. On demand. So Cam Stewart, he's a British pianist, a composer, operatic tenor, and social media music personality known for blending contemporary classical piano with operatic vocals. He rose to prominence through public piano performances in London, especially at St. Pancras Station, and through viral videos on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Listen, this kid's phenomenal, man. I mean, at age 7, he joined the world famous Libera Boys Choir, where he trained for around 10 years. An experience, he says, deeply shaped his classical and choral foundation. He goes on for his first public piano performances. Was his mother encouraged him to play the public piano at St. Pancras Station in London while preparing for a grade 8 exam. The very first piece he played in public was Chopin's Nocturne in C sharp minor. And then, of course, his rise to stardom on social media began when he started sharing performances online as early as 2015. But TikTok accelerated his rise. His videos of public song requests and improvisations earned him millions of views. People would be walking up next to him, and he would just start with one, real slight melody, and then it would build into a song that they knew. And you would see in the video, it cuts to different people's reactions, like, yo, I can't believe this kid is playing that. But yeah, man, just really connecting the dots and errors and looking at, going from Mr. Wiggins over to now Mr. Cam Stewart, and just showing you how from a blind, likely autistic slave being one of the first prominent pianists to now having this 21, about to be 22-year-old kid who is just really phenomenal at the piano. Black history at its finest, man. Shout out to music in its totality.
I'm overly dead on that one. Kudos. That's fine, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And also that piece he just played is actually a EP that he has out. It's called Transcendence. He released it last year. He has other EPs that he released over the last couple of years too. So make sure y'all go check him out. He's also performed at some very prominent venues. I think for musician, Abbey Road Studios generally carries the most iconic global prestige. But he also performed at Queen Elizabeth Hall, which is the top choice for live performance accolades. So shout out to him.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Right. So now, coming all the way from London back to the frozen tundra that is New York City,
Yeah, man.
nursing strikes.
They got some fake good news I heard though. I was waiting for you to explain it for real, in layman's terms. What's going on out there, man?
Yeah, man, I mean, I can confirm it's real good news, man. The nursing strike is officially over. Both sides have reached an agreement. And just for everybody to know, even once the health systems and the nursing union comes to an agreement, it then has to go to a vote to ratify the agreement. And a lot of things can happen at that vote. That vote actually took place between, I believe, Monday and today. And, so far, all the health systems, I believe it's Montefiore, Mount Sinai, and New York Presby, as early as this morning, have all gotten these agreements finalized. Now, it is going to take some time now. It doesn't mean that now that there's an agreement, the nurses are just going to be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
There is going to be a phased process of the nurses coming back. But all in all, just glad both sides were able to come to an agreement because it's all about patient care, but fairness is very important as well. Patients can't get good care if the staff is not feeling valued and welcome. So this is great news, like you said.
Yeah, man, I'm happy to get some positive news finally. I know it's been a long 3.5, almost 4 weeks. I don't know if I hit the 4 week mark yet, but listen, did it for a reason. Hopefully, you got some of the answers you were looking for in the result. Quiet shout out to the travel nurses who did fill in the interim. I know it was kind of not they was kicking the sister or brother's back in as far as I know you guys trying to prove a point, but hospitals still have to run unfortunately. But just shouts to them coming to the table, getting it done. Um,
That's a fact.
I'm getting closer to where we were before. I know they're not gonna meet them all the way there, but it's definitely closer than where they were.
Yeah, man. I mean, we'll see in the next 3 years. So definitely, fingers crossed, man. Uh, all right. Keeping it in the healthcare realm, but we're just going to be talking about insurance costs across the board. So there, city council is actually looking at the increasing costs on insurances. Technical word they're using is skyrocketing insurance costs with a new office that they want to develop in the city. And this is being spearheaded by City Council Speaker Julie Menon. She's targeting New Yorkers' rising insurance costs by proposing a new city agency to expose opaque pricing and unfair claim denials. This will be called the Office of Insurance Accountability. She plans to introduce this legislation to create this agency to increase transparency and address unfair claim denials for health, auto, and homeowners insurance. Now, if anybody knows anything about when they have to pay insurances, I think one of the best ways to define it is Chris Rock's joke, where he said, I'm paying for money in case shit happens. In case if shit never happens, do I get some of that money back?
Like, I mean, even the government gives like some sort of like a tax break. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the
Yeah.
day, like you can't even write this shit off. Like I'm saying? It's not nothing. It's nasty. I should have went into that side of the world as far as financial gain, but
And but
another
the
good
funny
dream.
thing about it is it depends on what part of the insurance field you're in, right? Because there's a lot of insurance companies that be cutting jobs and it be unfair treatment. I read something this morning. Cigna's about to cut like 2,000 jobs. Like it ain't the grass ain't that greener. It looked like it, but a lot of times it's not once you're on the inside, man. But I think this is definitely long overdue. The proposal responds to insurance premiums in New York that significantly exceed national averages, including auto insurance costs that are 52% higher and healthcare coverage that is 13% more expensive than the US average.
Yeah, auto insurance is silly as well, by the way. But continue.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Jesus.
man. So the agency would feature an accountability advocate to assist consumers with navigating claim delays and directly challenging insurance company decisions. Uh, Menon noted that skyrocketing insurance costs are an impediment to city progress, specifically complicating efforts to build affordable housing. Now, there is also, I believe, there's a lady who actually chairs the office for, I believe, environment or something like that. I'm probably butchering the office that she's in charge of, but they're trying to hold her feet to the fire for a lot of people who are living without homes that actually passed away. I think it was like somewhere between 8 to 15 due to the freezing. So, she's resigning, but she made a pretty interesting statement saying that it's one thing to think that I dropped the ball, but I think we need to look at the other contributing factors to why these people are on the street in the first place. And not a lot of people want to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that because it does connect to healthcare costs. When you go to the doctor and you have to, pay those bills because you don't have health insurance, we're talking about a debt that is just you being a human. We talk about this shit on the show all the time. So now, if you go into the doctor, even if they give you a discount at like 40%, you still probably walk away with a $60,000 to $100,000 bill, depending on how long you had to stay in the hospital and what surgery you had to get. Now, how are you going to pay that?
Word.
So over time, those bills eat away at you. You can't pay the mortgage. Next thing you know, you're out on the street. So I love the fact that this lady brought that up because it has a lot to do with why this Office for Accountability is going to be very important.
Okay.
All right. Next thing I'm going to bring up in the healthcare sector, we've talked about the Medical Aid in Dying Act on this show several times. I believe there was only like 8 or 10 states initially before New York that allowed for this, but then we also reminded everyone that unless you had the financial means to actually get to one of these other jurisdictions that allowed it, you essentially were just here suffering. And believe it or not, there are people who are dealing with chronic illnesses that of sound mind and body would like to take medicine that will allow them to die peacefully. And it seems that Governor Kathy Hochul finally signed this law. The law will take effect in 6 months, allowing the Department of Health time to establish regulations and train healthcare staff to prevent coercion. The act requires a mandatory 5-day waiting period, a recorded patient request, and a mental health evaluation, which I think is fair. And then
Huh.
autonomy and dignity. Advocates and state officials emphasize that the law provides individuals with bodily autonomy and the ability to choose a peaceful end to their lives.
Mm. How does this work when one's kind of incapacitated, where almost like a vegetable? Are the family allowed to step in and make that decision on their behalf, or with this law, or is that something totally separate?
I think that would be something totally separate. I mean,
Okay.
when the patient's a vegetable, that's when they ask, the family would they like to, terminate life
Okay.
support. Um, yeah. So in this case, like someone who's living with a severe case of, like MS, you know what I mean, or anything like that. I mean, they essentially are suffering every single
Yeah.
day. You know what I mean? So
Like that part is a little gray to me because when someone is aware but not all their faculties aren't there, if they do request it because they know there's no progression as far as ever coming back to the other side of being having your full mental state, how are they going to pass it like therapy test? You know what I'm saying? They might not pass that, so they can't get their wishes acknowledged because they're not fully there, even though they're kind of there enough to say it. I wonder where that falls in, but it's interesting, man. We'll see how this goes in a few months. If there's no
yeah,
backlash to it.
they're definitely gonna have to study that data over time. I think that's where the ongoing monitoring is gonna play. They're gonna have to look at studies and see, to your point, when there was those cases, what's plan B, or is there any way to work around that? Yep, more to come.
Anything else you got on the health slash medical side of things tonight?
No, sir, I am health cared out. Take it away.
I'm helping that out. I do have some other sad news, unfortunately. I forgot to mention at the top of the show, but Savannah Guthrie, her mom was abducted or kidnapped from her own home over the weekend out in Arizona. they still haven't found her yet.
Hmm.
There was like some shady kind of alleged ransom call or note TMZ got requesting a ton of Bitcoin and stuff like that. But as of recently, as earlier today, allegedly as well from the New York Post, they found a black glove like a mile and a half from the scene that might have matched the perpetrator's glove going in before the cameras got cut. I'm like, was this an inside job? Like, I just don't see anybody like cutting cameras and removing an old lady from her home. It seems kind of personal. You know what I'm saying? I know her daughter is a celebrity to some extent, but it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Hey, I hope you get something safely. I
Yeah,
really hope, what I mean, this turns out to be a weird case of something and she is returned safely, but it's wild that they haven't found her yet.
I agree. I
Even
agree.
wilder that they haven't paid the ransom yet, neither. Like, if that is the holdup, well, can somebody pay whoever this may be? And if it is a family member, we could sue them, get this back. But can we get moms home? Like you know what I'm saying? Like, can we stop
Yeah,
playing this game? You know what I mean? But I don't know. Shouts to her, to the family. I'm not saying condolences because we're not there. But it's just weird. I just think it's super weird, and we'll see how that works out.
yeah, man.
Um, one other quick thing I saw. This was just weird. Also over the weekend out in Florida, um, NFL player from the Atlanta Falcons. What's his name? James Pierce Jr. He's in the middle of a on again, off again relationship with the WNBA player Rakia Jackson from the Sparks. Um, Everything was cool, then it wasn't. She tried to break up with him. Long story short, she was driving. She saw him following her. Allegedly, he gets out, tries to pull out, come out the car. That don't work. Get back in the car. They chasing each other for a little bit. She goes to the precinct. He hits a cop with a car. Like it just gets worse. Like what I'm saying. But long story short, he's facing like 5 felony charges, one including aggravated battery with a deadly assault and stalking. She's more than willing to be a witness to testify as far as some sort of DV situation I saw as well. But
Hmm.
is there anything you can take from this outside his career being over? Is there anything else that this could possibly be stemming from? Like,
Um, First and foremost, protect all women, right? But definitely
oh,
protect
sure,
Black women.
absolutely.
This has been a terrible couple of months for these star-studded relationships and some of these
Mm-hmm.
hidden relationships. You think of the Michigan head coach. Um, we're gonna get into Stephon Diggs later. You think of this situation here. Uh, I there has to be something that we can do for these fellas who are just having these relationships that are just not good for them or they're not in the right state of mind because it's when you see stuff like this, two young promising athletes and then something like this happens, there was a build up to this. There was something that led to this, man, and it's just like, for anybody to feel that their best course of action was to inflict harm on someone to show that they love them. I mean, it's sad. It's sad that we got to get to that. It's sad that we're getting to the point where men don't understand no is no, and but life can go on. You can do
Yeah.
something else besides, go and torment this woman. I, it makes me very nervous. We have so many females in our family, especially the young ones that are coming up.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, when I hear stuff like this, I get very nervous, bro, and
It's
pissed
real,
off.
man. But like with superstars, like they need to understand whether it's a first day meet or even in a 3 year relationship. Like you just said, no is no. If
Yeah,
they no longer want to continue this carry on, you need to respect that, unfortunately. But I am worried sometimes, with the superstar athlete, that hasn't been told no since he was like 12, 11 years old.
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like as far as, just being able to accomplish so much and what I mean? Just all these accolades coming your way, money coming your way, fast life, fast car, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And to be
Yeah,
told
man.
no through a text, it's just, when you emotionally connected, it was a wild crash out for him. You know what I'm saying? But Hey, peace and blessings to all involved. I hope her kid is able to recover from this, get the help that she needs, whether it be therapy, where she get through it, get over it through, hey, playing. But I don't know, man. Prayers to her for real. Good luck with him. You know what I mean? But yeah, outside of his career being over and his contract being void, I don't know what else to tell you, man, other than sorry, not sorry, man. Crazy. Crazy,
Yeah,
crazy.
and I think only Mrs. Lee said it perfectly in the chat, man. You got to learn how to express ourselves. Like if you've never had anyone guide you on how to use your words, or you've seen domestic violence in the home or around you growing up, and you think that's the way to be, please seek help immediately. That is not the way to be. That is not. No one deserves to be hurt physically. That, of course, number one is weaker than you, and number two did not inflict any harm to you. Like this, there's got to be a better way, because this is exactly why the good dudes out there who are trying to find a woman can't find them, because if they look or resemble or sound or act anything like you do, you dudes who are out here doing all this crazy stuff, that girl won't even look them in the eye because of the trauma that you've inflicted on her.
Yeah, man.
So just stay home, man. Like what I mean? Like just leave it alone,
Get
man.
that, pick up the PlayStation, man. Just get your mind
Yeah,
up things. Go cook something. Like do something productive. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But talking, chasing, aggravated battery, not the way, bro.
yeah,
Not the
man,
way.
for real.
Not the way.
All right, what else we got here?
Keeping it sports, but the real sports of the weekend, as you may know,
Yes,
Super
sir.
the Super Bowl, or as they really called it, the Benito Bowl. Don't get me wrong, like we all was tuning in, regardless who was going to be doing the halftime show. But the anticipation for this halftime was, I can say it was unlike no other, because I kind of had the same kind of anticipation last year with Kendrick. But you know what I'm saying. But before we get to the main part of the Super Bowl, honestly, right? Let's talk about why people turn the TV on in the first place, right?
Yes.
What was your thoughts of the Super Bowl itself, the game? Remember that?
honestly, man, I don't, because there was so little of action. I'm kidding. Hey, listen, I did not expect that slow of a start. I'll be honest with you. I thought I would see more of the running game from the Patriots.
Mm,
Ramondre Stevenson has been a dog. Travion Henderson has been a hell of a 1-2 punch for them.
they tried.
Like Hunter Henry was like MIA until like the fourth quarter. Like there
Yeah.
was just certain things that I did not expect, like to see, and it was surprising to me, man. How about you?
Um, I really could have called out of the first half, to be honest with you, as far as like, calling him right. Hey, I'm not gonna miss the whole day, but I ain't coming until like 12. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just something like that could have happened, because it was the defense was nasty. Don't get me wrong, the Patriots left side of the line. I don't know, man.
Will
There ever was,
Campbell.
if there ever was a time that if there ever was a time for Vrabel to go, son, when you see your man get sacked through him, like he was still blocking him, and he still got trained. I was like, nigga, what are you doing, bro? You can't even be a shield. Like, you obviously ain't guarding him more, but you can't even be a like chill. Like you can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I was just feeling bad for them. It's like they got rookies going up against fucking like all pro, all stars over there. Everybody on that side of the defense was a monster. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was nasty. Once they exposed that, man, it was a bad day for Drake, man. But like I had a feeling the lights were gonna be kind of bright for Drake. You know what I mean? Second year in, got the got the whole Patriot Brady kind of early comparison in the back of your head. Like, yo, if I do this, I could probably
Yeah.
go on to be the then the 12th man showed up, and the defense showed up, and then the kicker had the leg of the year. And let me tell you something about this kicker. Midway through the third, I'm like, yo, I think the kicker might get the MVP of this bitch. He's the only person that scored, bro. It was like 15 zip for a while. I was like, yo, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't think a kicker's ever got anything of this accolade. You know what I'm saying? But it squeezed a couple touchdowns at the end on the defense, but it was a real snooze fest. I could have did without it. And even the commercials wasn't even keeping me grounded. There's a lot of weird ones. Trying to remember one that kind of stuck out. I ain't taking no notes on the commercials, but like the one where there's a lot of AI related things. I'll say that for sure. But the one where like Urkel and all of them was like CGI back to them past selves. I don't even know what they were selling at the end. I was so fascinated. I was so fascinated. All the young versions of all these old niggas. I was like, yo, this is dope. After the commercial pass, I said, damn, what was that? I don't even know what they were selling at the end. What was that commercial about? Like, you know what I'm saying? I was more captivated by that part. But outside of that, man, I don't know, man. Could have did without it. But hey, who had a tougher day though? No, you know, I'll save this question. As far as the MVP, I think the defense for Seattle and the kicker should have got it. Hey, shout out to Kenneth Walker. You stepped in when your man got hurt a couple games back, but he held it down. He held it down for sure. I don't know. Could have did without it though.
Yeah, I think this shows why kickers have been at a premium this year. Actually, over the last few years, because you figure since your man Tucker got caught with all the with the massage therapists, it ain't been the same. And you see a lot of these teams, and sometimes they rather just go for the two than even kick a field goal just because their kickers have been so bad. Do you think, especially after a Super Bowl like this this bodes well for higher salaries for kickers?
Yeah. But you got, it's weird with kickers. It's more proof in the pudding kind of thing with them. Like, they have to go out and have one of these Super Bowl type games to get that contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the Vinatieri's of the world, they had to kick in those snow games to get the big contract. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a hell of a moment as a kicker in order to really maximize your potential on the dollar side. But it's tough, man. It's tough. The proof is in the pudding. A lot of people crack under pressure. But hey, Seattle, he showed up. He said, "You need me again?" No doubt. You know what I'm saying? He's just knocking them out.
So at least for the consistent kickers, then you're saying, yeah, those guys, you should probably want to give them a raise over the next year or two, so you don't lose.
Not that everybody's consistent as far as extra points. 90% and up most of the time. Kicks below the 35. Everybody's in the 85 and up. It's those 40 and up kickers. You know what I'm saying? When those are in the high 80s, 90s, it's those dudes that really get the money. You know what I'm saying? Consistency is great, but moments, man. Moments for kickers is what they truly
You can say no.
I don't want to say no. I can tell. You know what I mean? I really don't. You know what I'm saying? But if a kicker get his moment, like he had this past weekend, the bag is there, but it's hard to get it without the moments, man. Consistency's not enough. Consistency's not enough.
Gotcha. All right. If you were Mike Vrabel in that first half, or even that second half, any specific adjustments you would have made?
I would see if Ray Lewis was here, like, okay, you do me a favor. We need a speech. And I ain't got it in me, bro. I need all that stuff you gave us back in like 2008. Did you do that real fast for this squad? Because they need an energy that I can't give them. He's been their cheerleader all year long. You know what I'm saying? He's hyped them up. He's been in their corner. He's headbutting other dudes with helmets without a helmet. Like, he is one with the team, you know what I'm saying? But he can't win the game for that. He can make all the little adjustments he wants, but if he's not going to pull the left tackle, then I don't know if he wants to win this game either. Like, his backup must have been terrible. If he chose never to swap him out. But I don't know what he could have done or said or helped with to get them to play better against Seattle's defense, because Seattle's defense was doing nothing but getting more turned up as the game was going. So it was tough. It was tough from Vrabel's standpoint, man.
And then there was just those points where it looked like Drake May was off. And I know there's talks about him having a shoulder injury before the game. But there was just some throws where he did get that window to get the ball out. It was just like, okay, who the hell was that to? So
light was too bright, man.
Yeah, but I mean, and then it showed some promise after the deep pass to Mac Hollins. So now you're like,
drop, right? See them two passes? I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I said, it might be enough time on the clock, right? What I'm saying? But that was it. That was the drive. It's like I didn't know that was it.
That was it, man. After
Oh
the
man.
interception and then the what was it, the fumble recovery? That was crazy. Oh, interception, I should say.
Oh
That
yes,
sack.
yes. They deemed it an INTO. Six,
Yeah.
six on that one.
Yes,
We
sir,
spent we
man.
spent we spent too much time on the actual game. Anything else on the game part?
we'll get to some spice with the game a little later with
Uh,
Stephon, but nah, man, let's get right into Benito Bowl, man. Yo, listen, this was probably one of the most phenomenal halftime shows we've seen. Of course, it's not up there with Whitney and Mike. Let's not get crazy, but it definitely is. Definitely one of the most heralded and as it's shown, right, the most viewed. But I think there was some very, very dope moments in regards to this show. I think number one, man, it was this wedding real? Like,
let
I
me
know
tell you.
people be saying it was.
Let me tell you. I was thinking so deep into it while watching it with Jen. I was like, "Oh shit! You see what he's doing, babe?" He's like, "Wait, like he has the Spanish lady marrying a white guy. He's bringing it all together. Oh shit! This boy's deep." Like, you know what I'm saying? Then, like it turned out there was just a real couple that reached out. You know what I'm saying? He says they tried to get him to come to their wedding. He says, "No, I got one better for you, but you got 12
Mm,
minutes." Like, you know what I'm
yep.
saying? But
Yeah.
the wedding ended up being real, man. It's a super cool moment. Um, how would you feel if like a I guess a musical star that you and your spouse liked wanted to get y'all hinged? I mean, hitched. You know what I mean? An event called the Super Bowl. Like, is that something you would sign up for?
Nah, bro.
It's a lot of commotion, right?
that's
Like,
that's too much. That's too much pressure. Number one,
it's a lot.
I can never top this. Like this is gonna be top tier event of our
Yeah,
lives. She
yeah.
can forever joke and say, I mean, shit went downhill since we got married at the Super Bowl. Now he just want to
Facts.
take me to Roof's Chris. Like, bitch, Roof Chris is dope. What you
Right.
talking about?
You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing he can do that's gonna be able to top this. No moments, no
Yeah,
nothing. But
yeah, nah,
this was
bro.
dope.
Mm-mm.
This was
Yeah, it
dope.
was. It definitely was,
But
man.
even before the wedding part, there were a lot of hidden gems in the show. He truly told a story from the very beginning, like the outfit, the jersey meaning something with his uncle and the number, his name on the back. It was so many hidden gems that you didn't find out till a day or two passed by. You know what I'm saying? It was cool, man. It was really really cool. But
Yeah,
as I'm watching it, like, I don't speak Spanish. You know what I'm saying? And I was so interested to see the show. But me knowing maybe 4 to 7 words per song that he did off the rip, you know what I'm saying? I was still able to enjoy the experience. I was still able to hear the music, feel the vibe, see what was going on, and be able to relate to it. And don't get me wrong, as far as America goes, there's a lot of back and forth. All Spanish at the halftime shows. Like, yeah, nigga, it's America. It's like I might just be talking from a New York bias because it's just so ingrained in whatever's happening here. But it made sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, then the way he integrated everything at the end, like it was the features, the people he brought out, like it was super dope, man. Shouts to Lady Gaga too, bro. Shouts to her,
yeah.
man.
Her performance was dope. The fact that she tried to even move with her little version of salsa, we
She had it.
definitely appreciate it. From her vocals. I mean, so it's funny. Me and Shay were talking the day we were heading over to watch the game, and I told her, yo, I feel like he's gonna bring a Caucasian artist out. Like bringing a Spanish artist out was a given, right? And shout out. I mean, bringing Enrique Iglesias out. That
Ricky Martin.
was dope. Oh shit, yeah, Ricky Martin out. That was dope. Um, but I was like, yo, it's gonna be either Taylor Swift or Lady Gaga. I feel like those are the only two artists right now that would make sense. Taylor just because she's been associated with the NFL, and then of course, and Lady Gaga, she's the most eccentric Caucasian artist out there. She would fit the bill. So when he
Correct.
brought Lady Gaga out, I was like, That was fucking
And
chef's kiss, man. That was a kick in the jewels of Turning Point USA's ass. Just to tell them like it don't matter how much you try to hate, love will always overcome that. And this was perfect.
the fact that she took her song and remixed it or morphed it into the Spanish version or the acoustic version, the Spanish acoustic version of the song. Oh man, I was like, they outside, man. They bringing this shit the fuck home. Like they represented them for sure, for sure.
Yes, now there was another scene, man, where there was on these lightning poles. You know what I'm saying? That set was shaky as fuck, bro.
It was. Like, no, he had no wires neither. He did his own stunts. He had no wires on. He did his own stunts.
That's Bad Bunny, man. That's a lot of money standing up on that thing, and that thing was, saying pause. That thing was shaking. So I get the gist of everything that they were trying to say, and shout out to all the people who've been giving like the little details behind everything on social media. Yeah. But this one, I was nervous, bro. I felt the same way when Chris Brown was doing that aerialist shit at his shows. I was like, that's a $500 million just
swinging.
Like, oh my God, remember
Beyonce and Cadillac on one of the roads was like her shit was on tilt.
Yo.
And she just kept singing. I was like, yo, she's a star.
Mm-hmm. I think that whole productionist team got fired and probably never get hired again, bro.
Yeah, probably not. Another surprise though, he brought him out.
Yes, sir, man. A lot of familiar faces at the casita. Man, you see Cardi, got Karol G up in there. This was
Jessica
good.
Alba? Jessica Alba was in there.
Alba.
Had a lot of dudes, man.
Yeah, man.
He brought him out. And I'm like, Cardi's working? She always busy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, her man is playing, she's doing this. She probably got like three commercials running at the same time. She was outside.
And what's funny? Like, people were like, yo, she should perform. Like, she getting ready for her show. I was like, I don't know, man. Like, sometimes you just want to be a fan. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you want to be a fan. You just want to enjoy the performances, especially when you perform too. Like, I can only imagine. So I'm glad she just enjoyed herself. She made a nice little cameo in support and then just continued to enjoy the show, man. Shout out to Cardi.
Right back to the booth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. And then the ultimate message to close things out, definitely walking out, announcing all of the Latin islands, and then, of course, closing it out with the message, together we are America. I mean, yo, listen, this land was built on immigrants. It is fueled by immigrants. Latins bring in a significant amount of the economy for America. So, man, shout out to Bad Bunny, man. He's just continuing to make statements, build the culture, and you gotta applaud. You gotta applaud an artist like this. That's for sure.
Oh, another cool thing he did. He handed the Grammy off to the small kid. Everybody thought it was the kid that got it. Everybody thought it was the kid that got abducted, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? They all Spanish people don't look alike. But that was a nice touch though to just to let the youth know, like, yo, this is obtainable. You know what I'm saying? It was a cool little thing there. But all in all, I think Bad Bunny wins the Super Bowl himself because he was just authentically himself, like the entire show. He never wavered. He never changed up his you know what I mean? He was like, I'm gonna give you one English song. He said, nah, man, I'm a Spanish speaking artist. I'm gonna get these Spanish joints off. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's even talking shit in Spanish. I was like, you know what? That's what's up, man. And in the NFL, they gangster. They didn't give you no subtitles, man. They could have gave you some subtitles. You know what I'm saying? But they said no. Yeah. Either you just gonna either got speakers at your house or you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. He let the love conquer the hate on this one for sure. Brought it home.
But there was some spice. There was as much Latin spice that was at the Super Bowl. There was more spice there as well. It came in the form of Stephon Diggs' love triangle, man.
It's not even a triangle. It's like an octagon, man. It needs more corners. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, no pun intended, because he was wrapped up. I think he had like 2 catches that day, but he needed more corners on his shape. Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man. Can't bring your new baby mama to the Super Bowl, man. I know she got your kid. I get it. I get it, man. I get it. It's the Super Bowl, right? I've never been here before. I want all my kids here. Yeah, let grandma bring her, man. Don't let you know what I'm saying. Don't don't do that, man. And it ain't like he was juggling six regulars. You know what I'm saying? He got he has a superstar as far as your main, your public. You know what I'm saying? Like what I mean. Everybody else SVs, honestly, at this point. Like what I mean. It's like you got to understand but who had a rougher day, man? Stephon Diggs or Drake May?
Definitely Drake May. Definitely Drake May. When you got defenders just manhandling you the entire game, he definitely had a harder day. I would say physically, mentally, it was definitely Stephon. Number one, I think Offset was probably the happiest guy that entire game. He probably put a bag on the Patriots to lose and probably under on Stephon Diggs yards. Listen.
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting without any background on this situation, man. You already know you're going into a situation with a dude who got a lot of kids, and who knows what boundaries were set, who knows what conversations were had. That's not for us to decide here on the show. Once someone has your child, nobody said, yeah, you got to be giving them courts, seats that are amazing or whatever the case may be. But if the relationship is amicable and he wants her there with his kid and with his family, he could do that. You know what I mean? I got no arguments with that.
Listen, what was the kid? About 4 months tops. We need front row seats, baby. Yeah. You don't want to put this baby with some headphones on up in one of these luxury boxes. Come on, man. You out here making a spectacle.
boy making millions of dollars, man. With that ain't nothing. He probably got them seats for free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it was just
yeah. I don't know, man.
Because he definitely can't have if he could have all his baby mothers in the same suite. That's some
hey, that's new age pimping. Shit. New age pimping, man. And hey, he been doing good all 2025. He was rolling dice. You know what I'm saying? He was rolling dice. But in the aftermath, it sounds like Cardi had a party ready to go post game. Whether they won or lost, it was ready to go down. You know what I'm saying? But after all of this broke out, he ain't go. I don't know if the party still goes, if the host ain't gonna be there, but I don't think she didn't attend. Stephon ain't show up. The baby ain't make it. You know what I'm saying? It was weird. You know what I'm saying? So rumor has they unfollowed each other on socials. So I don't know what that means because there's still real kids somewhere that they just had. So yeah, man. Rich nigga shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't relate. I've seen stories though. I don't know.
Yo, listen, stay single, Cardi. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need some time to yourself. You know what I mean? If it's that bad to react that way, it's probably a sign. That's the best I can say. I know nothing about the situation. I don't know neither one of them. But I can say if it's that bad, to your point, right? I got a kid and you doing little stuff like that, if allegedly, it's a sign. It's a sign. You know what I'm saying? You're a revered artist. You got your fans, you got your tour coming up, got a bunch of shit to focus on. So
and I felt the world knew pregame that something was off. It's like Cardi, your man's playing in Super Bowl. You encourage your words before he goes out there. She's like, straight as her faces, bro. Good luck. Pew. I was like, oh, she writes lyrics. That's all she got. I was like, damn. I thought she'd had the energy up. But nah.
Listen, I didn't seen that face before. I didn't seen that face before, and I've been on the other end of that. That ain't good. As soon
That
as
ain't
I saw
good.
that shit brought back some bad memories. So
Uh,
trust me, yeah, you're absolutely right. When that shit happened, I was like, oh fuck.
oh
Oh
man.
shit.
I don't think she's wishing him good luck at all.
That sounds like a lie. She's a liar. Oh
Oh
man.
man. But hey, yeah, he had a couple catches, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it. That was it. That's it. That's the whole story. He had a couple catches. That was all she wrote.
Hope he catch a
Um,
good contract because he got a lot of bills to pay. That's for sure.
yeah, I don't even know what this is. What's 17 times what? 7, 6? What's the
I
number?
don't want to know.
I don't even like. I think it's a cap after like 4 or 5, right? It's just a certain. It's just like 10% now for everybody. Like I don't know. It's like I don't know how that
Oh
goes.
man, and then that shit
I don't know how that
changes from
goes.
state to state. Oh lord.
His attorney and tax dude is pissed. He's like, he said, where'd this one drop that one? Oh man, it's nasty, man. It's nasty. They sing like that. But hey, anything else on the Super Bowl or the Benito Bowl, as we all know it? Anything for the rhythmless haters out there? I heard there's a couple of bars like stop the Super Bowl production mid halftime. Said nope, not watching this. We're going to the other channel. I was like,
That's crazy.
I heard the backstory on these. I was like, for real? I said, what they say? He said, hey man, it was appeasing the crowd that was there. I was like, oh, rhythmless haters. I see. All right, okay, all right. They out there.
Last thing I'll offer, man. Shout out to the Seattle Seahawks. Shout out to the defense, man. They held it down. Sam Darnold kept his poise, didn't make no mistakes. And then Kenneth Walker, hell of a performance, man. Definitely earned that MVP award. Charbonnet, man, get back, brother. Because trust, you saw Charbonnet on the side. He was ready to get out there, man. He was tight. But shout out to Seattle, man.
Hey, Jason Myers, we will not forget about you, man. You are the silent MVP of this game. We are not here without you, my brother. It's like don't never forget about it. It's like kicking the shit out of people to forget. Last thing I got for this week, man. Listen, man, 2-6, man, 2-6. Fayetteville stand up. Mr. J. Cole, he finally dropped the fall off. Did you get a chance to listen to it? It's a lot.
I had it on during the car ride to the Super Bowl. From what I could hear, there were some cases where I heard some samples. I did hear a few lines, but you're absolutely right. It is a lot. I'm probably going to give it a good listen now that I got some time to myself the next day or two.
It's a lot. I'm happy he dropped the double disc, but I could have got rid of a third of that. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I'm a Cole fan. I've been a Cole fan since Friday Night Lights. I've been a fan since I thought he was from Brownsville. I thought he was from Danville when I first heard him. I said, oh, nigga from what? Nigga from Franklin? I said, he got that with Pat. What the fuck is this? Who is it? Where is this man? And then I was like, nah, Fayetteville. Like, nigga, what? Say the whole thing. You can't just say the Ville. That's on local shit. Like, you know what I mean? But listen, I appreciate Cole. This album did definitely feel like an ode to hip hop with the rappers that he kind of pulled from as far as cadences on the few tracks, the samples he pulled. Definitely like gave hip hop a big shout out, but it was a bigger shout out to his hometown of Fayetteville. But listen, man, I respect Cole because he's a habitual line stepper in that regard, where he goes to the edge and just jumps repeatedly. And as a fan of his, I'm happy he goes that far on certain things. But there's some things I could do without. Like I don't need him saying like mulatto repeatedly. I don't need him singing like with all his vocal like strain. I don't need stuff like that. I don't need from you, brother. Like, you know but I'm happy. Hey, I'm happy you tested the water to see what it would sound like, where it would go. But those you can scrap. Those you can scrap for the fall off because those songs feel like you are falling off. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, like I like the album. I would give it a strong 6.9. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I had to give it a rating, but he did his thing. I do want to sit with it one more time or two. It has been a rotation, but overall, it was a long experience that I would cut down to 16 tracks.
Gotcha. All right. Fair enough. Anything else before we get out of here, brother?
That's all I got on a Wednesday, my good man.
My man. Well, listen, man, we appreciate all y'all, man. Shout out to everybody who joined us from Facebook, YouTube, X, Twitch, IG fam. I see we still got Jeff rocking with us. What's good, Jeff? We got SKL in the building, A-Dub, and only Mrs. Lee. Love and appreciate all y'all. Listen, as we always say on here, fellas, if you got them sneakers in that outfit, wear them. Ladies, you got that dress and them shoes, wear them. Tomorrow is not promised. Enjoy life. Love yours. We will see y'all next week. Don't forget to subscribe, share, all that good stuff.
Always. Sir, have a good one. Be safe, broski.
Thank you. Later.
Yes.